Well, hello, welcome to Drawing with Fire. I'm Valarie, your neighborhood pyrography artist, and I'm joined today with a sick hubby of Cap. Poor guy, he's sick. So, I have my... He's got to turn off the volume. I thought I did. Let's do that. And we're off. Okay, so one button, they changed how everything worked on my tablet. Anyway, today we are going to be looking at the Raven. If we get quiet for a minute, what has happened is Jason has gone into a coughing fit, and so we are muting the mic just long enough for him to get over that so it's not in your ear. Yeah, it can be pretty yucky with the cough. It's pretty bad. So today we are doing the Raven feathers. I'm not going to focus on the head because, to be honest, when I am live streaming, I get going and talking and whatnot, and then I tend to make more mistakes, and I need to be able to get the head and the eye right for the most part, because the feathers you can kind of fudge, but that needs to be, for me, as right on as possible. So we are going to focus on the feathers, the underneath, and if you are doing my Ravens from the magazine, which I have linked down in the description, you can still buy it. This should help you with the feathers from that. Also, I have a new trekell code. I did post it in group, but down in the description, I have a 5% off, and it's an affiliate link, which means I get 5% of the sales, doesn't cost you anymore. And today I am using a trekell board for our New Year friends. So, hi Teresa, Sheila, Burl, Barb, Spence, and I haven't looked at everybody in the chat. Greg. I will be turning sideways because the biggest thing is I need to draw down.
Teresa.
I think I got Teresa, but hi
Sheila.
Teresa. Sheila.
Sharon.
Hi, Sharon. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to put this back on the mute so you can click the mute when you feel it coming. All right, so 3.5 with the 18S. Did I get Burl?
Yes, you got Burl.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. I would have gotten more done on this I got the pumpkin darker, and I had to do the feet in order to get the stem. This is all just blocking in. I got the other kitty foot in, or the only kitty foot in, and hey wingman, and some leaves I started blocking in just so I can see. The pumpkin will go darker, because once this Raven goes in, it's not going to be burned black, because Ravens aren't really black. They appear black, but they have a lot of blues and purples, reds, and browns in them too. And I don't want this to be overly dark. But right now everything is just a blocking in, and we're going to go closer. Since we're focusing on these feathers right here, I can make it a little bigger, and hopefully I don't hit the camera. Alrighty, so I need to find where my darkest darks are. So I've got a wing, and what I'm doing with these is I'm putting in the shadow first that is the darkest, that undercuts the feathers and helps the different sets stand out. And so I'm trying to find it. Let's see here. So we have a dark right here, and I'm at 3.5, and I'm going to draw down. I'm kind of angling it so I'm closer to the top wing feather. Now this does need to be dark, but at angling it, I get a lighter burn on the right, and that'll allow me to fade it into the next feather. So I'm just going to draw it down. How far does it go? It goes underneath this one. It connects to this one. This isn't outlining. I'm putting the shadow in first. Let's see here. We got this feather here. And I could have lightened up the graphite, but I wanted you to be able to see it. So get that in. And like I said, I'm angling to the left, closer to the top feather, so that it's a little lighter, and I can see it being lighter, but it may be harder to be picked up on camera. Let's see here. Some of these other, and I've gone really dark, especially in compared to the reference, which I think is fine. Let's see here. Next darker one. So I always want to have the board in the direction where I can draw down as easily as possible.
That's my phone restarting. Sorry.
I don't care. Let's see here. Yeah, we went to the comedy concert Tuesday night, and he woke up Wednesday morning sick.
I felt it coming on Tuesday, but I was in denial.
You didn't tell me.
Well, I did. I said, I
yeah.
felt something scratchy in the back of my throat.
And I told you to do a shot.
Which I did.
That's right. The camera is making my mouth itchy.
I've been getting a lot of people telling me to get better.
Oh, yeah. We didn't even go to breakfast yesterday.
No, we didn't.
It takes a lot for us not to go to breakfast.
No, I didn't feel like people wanted to hear me coughing violently.
And get sick themselves? No.
You know, here's the problem with whenever I get something in my chest is that I had a training incident in the Army when I first
You might
joined
need to
the
be a
Army.
little louder or close to the mic. Just scoot you over closer to me.
I'll just
Cuddle with me.
They're good. They can hear me.
Oh, okay.
So when I was going through my training when I joined the Army, we went into the gas chamber and I was sick and I didn't want to recycle, and I had been told that that the gas chamber would actually clean me out, and it did in a way, but I contracted walking pneumonia after that, and I didn't. I graduated with my class. I didn't stop, but I was really ill. And ever since that time, anytime that I catch it,
Oh, you definitely damaged your lungs.
a cold, it holds on for longer, and it has a tendency a lot of times to go into pneumonia. Now, it has not done that this time, but I'm still pretty weak, and my lungs are still they hurt pretty bad. So.
And we have a worry on top of that, besides you being sick in general. I can't get sick.
No.
I get sick and the world ends.
Yep.
And that's because of my lupus.
It's a trap.
No, it's not a trap. Alright,
I
I'm
don't
still
need
looking
that.
for the
Sorry.
darks. He always says it's a trap, but it's not a trap. I promise. So I'm looking for... We've got a dark under here. And really what I'm doing is trying to put the darks in first. Because then I can adjust accordingly for the rest of it. And it's not going to be black. In fact, I think when... And though I've seen some really cool ravens that are done in extremely dark burns, I think you lose some of the nuance when you do that. But see, I'm at 3.5, but because of how I'm using the pen, the speed, it's burning darker. Now, if I want it to be lighter, let me find a lighter area, I would move my pen quicker, and it burns lighter. That is the biggest thing, is pen control. So see, I never adjusted my heat, but I burned a lot lighter. There we go. I don't even know if you can see it really. But your pen control is what allows you to keep going. Plus my pen is clean. You might see some discoloration, and that is an oxide that you do want on your tip. Don't clean that off. Let me see if I can get it. Let's get it without burning myself. There we go. That dark gray, that's oxide. That layer of oxide allows your pen for it to be clean easier. In fact, I burned myself, not with my pen. I was doing a test board for a video I've got coming up, 2 videos, and the carbon got me because it was not sticking to the pen when the board I was using it went to fall off my easel, and I caught it, but I had the pin up, and as I had the pin up, I had carbon that was burning on the tip, burning off, fall right here in between my fingers. Oh, I got a little, might be hard to see, it's right here. I got a little blister. That bugger hurt. Bad. It was owie.
I was shocked when that happened.
Why?
Because you came from your studio and you're like, I burned myself.
But not with the burner.
Yeah, but you understand, like, that's where my head went.
Which is why I said not with the burner.
Because I was like, what?
No, carbon got me. The pumpkin, I'm looking at, Greg, I'm looking at doing watercolor pencil orange on the pumpkin. I do want to darken it up. I just needed to get it blocked in so that I could erase and see where I was going with this. So far, I'm really liking it. The kitty definitely needs to be darker. So I'm going back and I'm trying to find the darkest areas. That goes down. There's a dark right here. I know it might look like outlining, but I'm putting in the shadows. Alright. Like this. Kind of curves in. I tried as hard as I could to get this transferred correctly where the feathers were so you could see. Because sometimes I just do less information, and believe it or not, this is actually more information on the feathers for me. Let's see here. Camera's still on. So the photo of the raven I've got up on the screen, that is a sepia photo. And I wanted to show that the raven itself is not fully black. We've got sheen from the light hitting it. We've got different colors in the feathers. And all of that makes a difference. Let's see here. So this one. Okay, this is the dark one. So get that in there. So I'm just trying to map out. And then as soon as I can erase all the graphite, I'll be wiping this board down with denatured alcohol, which I need to put in a jar because the lid on the can is getting harder to open. So I need to put it in a jar so I can just dip into it. Let's see here, this feather actually goes this way. So the graphite was a little off there. I think what it is a shadow. And this is lighter. But I do need to, these will be darker. It's just getting them in there. So now I know where I'm at. I can darken this one. Angle the tip to the left, undercutting the feather on the top. Moving slower. I'm still at 3.5. And then there we go. And it's going to be closer in tone with this. Let's see here. So, do we have any questions while I'm... There's actually a feather
You're
there.
not putting any color in it?
I'm putting color in the pumpkin. Maybe a couple of leaves. I haven't decided that. And light blue in the kitty eyes.
Okay.
But that's it. I'm actually going to bump up to
And
4.
since you were doing that, Cian is here.
Hey, Cian.
Aaron Smith is here.
Hey, Aaron.
And Kim Graham.
Hey, Grant. Kim. Sorry.
And Kim says your piece is turning out adorable.
Oh, thank you. I'm actually really liking this. I'm glad the idea popped in my head. So I bumped up to 4 because this is darker and I just want to start off darker. This is just the undershadow of the fur, or the hair. Kind of looks like fur. Drawing down. So I'll be having 2 varnish videos coming out. One is making a tonal board and overall basic varnishing, and then another one is a comparison that I've been wanting to do. I bought the polyacrylic to do it, so I would have been further on this board, but I had to burn the other board on both sides to make the videos. I didn't want to waste the good wood. Good wood. But I'll tell you what, burning on not the best wood is very frustrating. Very frustrating. It makes a difference. I did not like that board. Let's see here. Well, I'm having to remember my light source is coming kind of from the top front, which is why we got the light here, more of the light here. Okay, so I can undercut. Turning my pen towards the line. And I'm just keeping it angled towards the line. And then I get the lighter burn underneath. Let's see here. Where do you, okay, you come from here. So let's get that in there. So where the light isn't hitting, of course they are darker. But where we've got light hitting, we really need those different tonal values to make it feel realistic. Because if I just burned it flat, or as dark as possible, it would look flat. But when we've got all the different highlights and mid-tones along with the darks, it makes it feel more realistic. So that is what I'm trying to achieve. So how was everyone's weekend? Since everybody's being quiet.
I think they're watching.
Talk to me.
They were pretty lively before you got started, so I think they're focused. Greg says trekell is the bomb.
Yeah, I love their wood. They did change my code, so if you've got the old code, that no longer works, and you have to, because of the, they gave me 2 options. Because of the option that I took, you do have to use my link and code to get the 5% off. And it's a specific, and that's because they changed their website, and that's how they're tracking now. So it has to be the link and the code. And because I wanted to make sure that you guys got something off, it changed. I still on camera, kind of. Let's see here. Trying to see if there's any place I want to go. You know, I'm going to go ahead and lower back to a little over 3. Let my pen cool off for a second. Get a drink of my hot cocoa. I got my hot cocoa. Hopefully it's cooled off because it was burning my mouth.
Yes. You have a question.
Yes, please.
When you clean the carbon off, should there still be a bluish tint?
Yes.
My pen has a white color.
Has a white color? A white color. Are you burning on paper? Because that's the only... Wow. Why is the camera off? There we go. Who are we... Okay, it's Aaron. Yeah, I should have... Let me find another pen that I have. It should be bluish or the silver, depending on how old the pen is. But you don't want to take that off, because if you're taking off the tint, then you're going through the oxide layer and can cause issues for the metal. But white, the only thing I can think of for white is paper, because paper does leave a white tint, white on the paper when you're burning it, but when you clean it, it should be good. Okay, that's right. I was like, what am I doing? I lowered my heat. Alright. So now, this is still under shadow, but I'm trying to blend it out, because this one doesn't so much have a harsh shadow. What I didn't see is there was a feather underneath, a curved feather. So I'll have to try to darken it up and kind of get it to blend with the shadow. So I'll just wait till Aaron responds.
I'm watching.
Yeah. I am gonna go.
Spence says he started burning again now that he has new glasses.
Yay!
It's been so long.
Yay! Spence got glasses. New glasses. I actually bumped back up to almost 4. I want to be able to move quicker.
Aaron says no on birch.
On birch? And it's white?
But the blue tint I don't have, so I'm not sure if it came off trying to get the carbon off.
Ooh. Can you, on Facebook Messenger after the live, can you send me a photo so I can see it? It is possible that you wore down the metal a little too much. And Pat can walk you through putting the layer back on. But I'm not white. Yeah, I really need to see it. That one I'm not familiar with. Alright. So now we're starting to get some feathers here. I'll try to do this in so I can just erase the graphite. We can see better. In fact, why don't I, since I'm going to stay here, do this. Dun dun dun. We shall move in front of my face. Let's go that way. That way I can go this way. There we go. So I'm just blocking it in. But if I start at the top where it's a little darker and keep my pen touching the wood when I come down, that part of the burn will be lighter, and it kind of gives the layered effect of the light hitting the edge of the feather. I do have a dark here, and we have a dark end of our feather. So let's get that in there, get the feathers separated, because I just realized they're separated and more rounded. Sometimes I'm having to fix my lines as I go. But if you're new, I don't suggest doing that until you feel more comfortable with what you're burning. It's okay to mess up. It's good practice. Alrighty, so I have a line. And it went a little too dark on. That's okay.
Aaron says no on birch. The blue tint I don't have, so I'm not sure if it came off trying to get the carbon off.
Yeah, yeah, we talked about that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay, love. I just asked her to send me a photo so I can see it.
Because wait, did I I read that twice, didn't I?
You did. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm sick.
I know. You got an excuse this time.
This time. Beryl says I'm back. Change computers. Work is all signed. Now to start tracing it. She's been signing her work, I guess. Signing the back of her pieces.
Let's see here. I'm back. Work is all signed up.
Okay.
Oh, he's getting ready for a craft show.
Gotcha. Oh, and Kim lost connection.
Uh-oh. We're still here. Alrighty. So let's get this in here so we can erase, so we can see what's going on. This definitely needs to go darker. And since right here, this feather is actually lighter, there's a slight difference. This one up here is darker, so I'm guessing it's kind of folding down a little bit. So think of a piece of grass, because that's what it looks right now. A piece of grass with this vein up the middle, and it's kind of in a V shape. One side's going to be darker than the other side. That's what the feathers are doing here. What?
Beryl. What? I'm sorry, Beryl. I didn't mean to delete your message. I meant to show that. Okay, Beryl wrote ER, and I pretty much thought it was the cat, and the cat was the reason. The kitten was like attacking her.
Oh.
And I meant to show it, and apparently it.
Well, I can see it on the computer.
Okay.
Kitty likes to attack her graphite paper and her patterns.
Yes. So.
Oops, I touched down too dark there. So I'm gonna have to blend.
I don't. Does it automatic? Did she select that to be held for review, or did it automatically come
There
up?
may have. Sometimes it does that.
That's
It's
weird.
part of being the moderator.
Well, I've in the past I've been able to show messages because most of the time what people put up is not questionable, and I go ahead and show it.
Yeah. No, that's not my doing, because obviously language isn't a issue for me as long as it's not being nasty towards somebody.
Mm-hmm. Especially anybody who saw the last broadcast.
Why?
What? The thing that set you off?
I'm almost at 4, Kim.
The shitty poo incident.
Hold it together towards the end, and then I can lose it. And I just need to make sure I get.
Found out that's a trigger word for her now.
Yes.
Where did I say that?
In the bedroom.
And then got you laughing?
In the bedroom.
I thought I did it in public though. Well, we've only been out to Studio C.
Yeah.
Or not.
You may have done it there too.
JK Studio, sorry. Kim wants to know what setting you're using to shade.
I'm almost at 4, but because of how I'm moving my pen, how quickly, and just using the end of it, it's burning lighter. See, if I could figure out how to set up the camera so you could see the angle of how I'm holding the pen, it'd probably make things easier. Camera's still on camera.
Greg says no poop talk.
Aww.
Trust me, Greg.
It was fun.
I've lived with Valarie for a while, and I assure you,
for a while,
that the amount of poop talk that she does or doesn't is entirely unregulatable.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that no one has any control over what you talk about.
Nope. I talk about what I want to talk about. See, I should have burned that darker to start off with. Alright. I'm actually going to go down to 3 because I don't want to hit the rest of that dark, but I do need to blend it in. Well, it's going to be dark. And I can fade it out. Yeah. I'll make it look like...
Well, don't look at Spence's emojis then.
Don't tell me not to do something unless you want me to do it.
Which is what I wanted.
Oh, is that all the part of your evil plan to get me in trouble?
Mm-hmm.
It worked. Okay, so does anybody want a Halloween recommendation for YouTube? Movie-wise.
I do.
No, you already watched it.
Oh, were we talking about that?
Well, I'm going to recommend it.
Okay. That's creepy.
If you want creepy, this is a good creepy one. I need a drink. Oh, I'm hot.
So creepy she needs a drink.
It was
I
good.
can't tell this story without
was-
any whiskey. Give me a drink, lad.
There is... No, it's not special cocoa. We don't have anything special to put in it. Don't have nothing special to put in it. See, there's supposed to be a break. Trying to get that in there. It's Halloween season, so it's time to watch scary stuff.
Sorry.
I'm gonna move it because I need to get this. No. I'm gonna have to draw down the pen.
Whoa.
What?
Beryl just...
Thank you, Burl. Thank you.
Thank you, Beryl.
I appreciate that so much. Okay, so Kim says, sure, why not?
I think Halloween recommendation.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's called Autopsy of Jane Doe. That is a good movie.
I thought you would like it.
I was very impressed.
I watched a thing on YouTube. It was like, check out these scary movies on Netflix, and that was one of the recommendations. And
Hit the grain wrong. Sorry, keep going. I have to blend that. See, sometimes if you hit the grain wrong, you're gonna have to blend out. Let's see, we go up.
oh, Beryl says
From Kitty.
Kitty.
Thank you, Kitty. Thank you, Luna. I like she changed Luna's name.
Oh, Kim says seen it. It was awesome.
Oh, well.
Melissa Lemieux Dago.
Hi,
Says,
Melissa.
hi guys, missed 2 weeks and now I'm late. Well, you're here now. So
We were just giving our Netflix recommendation. So this is gonna have to go darker.
there's some other stuff on there that I definitely want to check out that was recommended, but there's something else. Oh, on Hulu, What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious.
That's
Oh,
a continuation of the movie.
hilarious.
And it's like a documentary about vampires, but the show might be actually better than the movie.
I think so.
So,
I'm really impressed with how they did it.
yeah, it was really funny.
Alright, so we got lines here, we got lines here that I didn't transfer, so let's get our shadows in.
Wingman says Friday the 13th, part 42.
You know, I haven't watched any of those in a very long time.
I know. Was that the one?
I was already always a Freddy gal, though.
Yeah, me too. Like,
A Freddy gal? You're a gal?
there's a lot you don't know about me.
We need to talk.
I always preferred Freddy.
Yep, me too. I like the idea of the dreams where it had an actual storyline. It wasn't just,
A slasher.
yeah,
And
a slasher with meaning.
you would think that with the anti-hero, because he is an anti-hero, because
Yes.
nobody ever cheered for the campers. They always cheered for Jason,
Yep.
you know. And I got that so much, like my whole life. Actually, until I started.
Oh, your name.
Yeah.
I was like, why are they?
Yeah, until I guess until I turned into my 40s, because that's when people stop making jokes about you being a slasher.
This was what, 100 years ago?
It's weird what chocolate does to you and sugar. I'm just saying. 100 years ago. Oh, I'm so old. Shitty poo. How about that? Where you take that?
It's his fault. It's his fault. Blame him. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. In fact, I think we lost a subscriber last week for it.
Probably. Yeah, we watched Event Horizon last night, which you hadn't seen.
No, I had not. Why? It's a space movie. Why would you?
I love space, so of course I love it. So
I liked watching you play the Dead Space game.
that Dead Space, that's a good series.
Yeah.
If you play video games and scary games, but it's one of those polarizing games because some people are like totally into it and some people just don't get it. So I don't know. It's like,
well, the movie I think helps it make more sense.
Yeah.
Even though it's not movie based, it is.
But it's the same aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's a similar aesthetic.
Well, I would say the movie inspired the game.
Yes. Well, they said so. They're like, it was one of their big inspirations.
Alright. So this will definitely have to go darker, but...
Kim Graham says the show Haunted on Netflix has some creepy episodes.
Haunted. Okay, is it on our list?
It's on our list. We had been watching on Hulu Dead Files, which we'd watched.
We had to catch up. Yeah.
But they put some new seasons out, and the Dead Files is very interesting. And I think the premise is interesting, but also I think there's a part of it that appeals to you because it's investigative.
Yep.
But it's not investigative in the in the same way of like it's investigative in a
I'll come back to that.
It's not dramatic in the same
No.
like ghost hunters or something. It's more like an actual police investigation.
Yeah.
So
Which, yes, I like very much. I fixed the camera.
yeah, Kim says great show too, Dead Files. Yep. So
Yeah, but Hulu had season 1 and season 7, 8. So we're 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't.
yeah, what happened to those? I'm gonna have to go get some water soon.
Oh, you can't drink after me. And sugar is not good for you right now, anyway.
No, I know.
You haven't kissed me in almost a week.
I know, because I don't want you to.
I know.
Be sick.
It feels so weird.
You know what I didn't get this time?
What?
I regretted. It's cough drops. When I'm sick like this, I eat cough drops like candy. It helps.
So are you eating candy?
Huh?
So are you opening candy over there?
It's a Jolly Rancher.
Sugar's not good for when you're sick.
I'm just gonna try this.
Alright guys, you heard me tell him sugar creates more phlegm, which means more coughing. So they heard me tell you. Because after the live, something will happen, and then he'll say, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Shitty poo.
It's not fair. Not fair. So I'm back at 3.5. I'm trying to do these lighter, but I probably should actually turn down the heat. So I'm going to go down to 3. And what I'm doing is just, I'm not outlining, but there are, where the feathers are stacked, there are separation where there's shading or shadow in that. So I'm trying to get that without being too dark. So let's get that right there.
I like red licorice barrel.
I like both. Actually, I'm not a red vines person. I prefer Twizzlers. I know that is like...
You know, I haven't tried regular black licorice in a long time.
I like it.
I have a feeling now that I'm older, I'll probably like it.
It's anise.
It's what?
Anise.
Whose niece?
Anise. Star anise is where black licorice gets its taste. Now they may have changed it.
I thought black licorice got his name from black licorice.
No, it's taste. Star anise is the main ingredient for black licorice.
What?
Oh my god.
It's not licorice?
No.
Well, my mind's just been blown. I've been living a lie my whole life. I thought licorice was its own thing.
Star anise is what gives it its taste.
See, there's a lot of things that when I was younger I just didn't like. And some of those things I have found since then that I like a lot. And so black licorice may be one of those things.
Even as a kid, I liked black licorice.
Really?
Yes. Why do you sound so surprised?
Erin says she misses Twizzlers. What do you miss about them? They're still around.
She may not be eating them for whatever reason. That's what she means by miss. He's not eating them.
I see. I've been insensitive.
His brain is still...
It is not good.
Stopped up.
Well, I'm not sleeping.
No. I woke up to him coughing, and I look over. He's not in the bed. He's sitting on the floor. And I asked where he was, because I could hear him, but I couldn't see him.
Echinacea tea. It helps.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot that I do when I'm going through this. I'm on the upswing right now, so I'm getting better.
Trying to lay these
Black licorice and eucalyptus. Jakeman's bloodthroat. Chest black licorice and eucalyptus. I feel like that's a Canadian thing.
eucalyptus opens up.
Oh, Erin says that Twizzlers are not available in the UK.
Oh. Did not know that.
Now, are Twizzlers the ones that are hollow?
I prefer, actually, it's the Twizzler Bites. They're the cherry ones. Or strawberry. You can get them in cherry or strawberry. And yes. Well, red vines are hollow too, though.
Because one of the things...
We have Twizzler in the Halloween candy.
I know. That one of the things that I used to like do back when I drank soda.
Oh.
Which I really don't drink soda anymore. No. On occasion. But... I would... If for some reason that there was Twizzlers available, mind you, it's like, you know, you could drink your Coke through a straw, but I can't remember if it's a red vine or a Twizzler. And it would make it like
probably a red vine.
Like cherry.
All right, what I'm trying to do is I've lowered the heat down to 3, and I'm going back over the shadow. And I'm trying, instead of my pen being tilted, it's still tilted, but I'm trying to go to a slight angle more to the right so that I can blend out. I'm going slower.
Everybody's talking. There's people are starting to talk about candy. What was your favorite candy growing up?
I was never really a big candy person.
I don't know, but
well, we were always around peanut M&Ms because of Grandma, and I still love peanut M&Ms. So I'd say peanut M&Ms.
Peanut M&Ms. With me, it's not around anymore. It's a Marathon bar. They're like chocolate covered. I don't know what it is. Taffy?
Ew, no.
No, it's really good.
I don't like toffee.
Oh.
Hurts my teeth. Hurts my teeth.
God, I love them.
You sure they're not around?
You think you can get them like in some places? You can get them, but they're like retro candy. Oh, okay. So chats, black jawbreakers.
Ouch.
That says barrel.
No.
And Teresa says, okay, now I want some things. Cherry shoestrings, strawberry and shoelaces, says Erin. Pop rocks.
Oh, yeah. You gotta like Pop Rocks. Yeah.
Spence says Twizzlers get weird as a straw after a while. Yes, they do, and then you eat them, and then they're kind of like dissolved. It's kind of weird.
I never did that. So
Spence says anything milk chocolate.
See, I'm dark chocolate. I don't. Milk chocolate is just though. No, even my hot cocoa. That's right. I forgot my writer. You had to provide the dark chocolate.
When I was living in Germany, they have great milk chocolate over there. And,
it's still too sweet for me.
And Milka bars. Like, that's basically their Hershey's. It's like their lowest grade chocolate, I think. But it's so good. Sharon says payday.
I do like paydays, yes.
It says burnt peanuts are the best. Oh yeah, Butterfingers, my fave.
See, I was never Butterfingers.
Sheila says toffee crisp. Sheila, I don't even know what that is. Do you know what that is?
I wonder if it's something similar to peanut brittle. Yeah, dark chocolate is the best.
Aaron is agreeing with you.
Because only people who are right agree with me. Alright. Trying to blend this out.
Spence missed the whole dark chocolate thing because you were buffering.
Oh.
Well, we didn't.
Not on our end.
Yeah, not on our end. Teresa says mounds.
I do, yes. I like mounds and all my mounds. I like dark chocolate and coconut.
Is mounds the one with coconut?
Almond joy.
You just said that before I asked.
Actually, both of them have coconut. You're not a coconut person. What's wrong with you?
Earl says the kitten turned her feet off. Baked beans candy. That's interesting.
I haven't had those in a long time.
We can get those at Michael's.
Are they around? Obviously, if you can get them at Michael's.
There's a company that I think is licensed to make retro candy, and I know you can get them there.
Huh. I didn't know.
I don't think these are discontinued, but I haven't seen them outside of like Oregon and Washington. Uno bars.
Oh, yeah.
I love Uno bars.
I was never big.
No, I love them.
yeah, but I didn't.
No, you don't know. I love them.
No, you don't know. I didn't. We can do this all day.
Sheila says, I think Toffee Crisp is the same size as a Marathon bar, but it's chocolate, caramel, and Rice Krispies. Oh, that sounds like a $100,000 bar.
Well,
Barb says, Three Musketeers.
You know, I never liked Three Musketeers. You love the Midnights. But
oh yeah, Milky Way. Woo.
Even as a kid, Snickers and Milky Way, I just was not.
Spence says caramel.
Anything that gets stuck in my teeth, I just.
Aaron says toffee crisps are like tiny pieces of Heath bar covered in chocolate. Greg says
that might have been.
Yuck. Greg.
Oh, I love coconut.
Internet high five. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to hit you in the ribs. Are you okay?
You didn't high five me. You hit me. I'm sick. Why would you hit a sick man?
Oh, don't even. Don't even. So I took off some of the graphite.
I feel like shitty poo.
It's not there. It is not there. You don't get to use that on me.
Seems like I do. Spence says he's always wanted chocolate covered chips. Which
let's see here.
we could do that. You can make a chocolate dip and make some nice.
Well, just make some apple or banana chips and then dip it in chocolate.
Well, chips, I think. Where's Spence from? Because
Canada.
Canada. Okay, so.
He's not too awfully far from Burma.
I'm trying to think of the phraseology because chips and over the pond are fries.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they are in Canada.
Well, I'm guessing they'll tell you. Let's see here. I'm trying to blend out.
0 bars, those are good. Says Greg.
Yeah, as a kid, did not eat a whole lot of candy except the little bit we got at Halloween. Just wasn't a candy. Just wasn't a candy kid.
Barb says Hershey's cookies and cream. Those are pretty good.
I do like Nestle Crunches.
Yeah.
But I don't buy them.
You know, I haven't had a whatchamacallit in a long time. I used to love those. I don't even know if they still make them.
I'm sure we can look this all up.
Burl says score bar. Kim Graham has lost connection again.
Again.
Got to love straight talk. She has to go though.
Bye. Thank you.
Merry part, everyone. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Oh, I just hit the cinnamon along with the marshmallow.
Mars bar. Yeah, Mars bars are pretty good, actually. I like them.
Alright. Had to get rid of some of the graphite. You still see some, but...
Fifth Avenue bar is not made anymore. No. Let's just have a bunch of chocolate for lunch.
No. I'd like to be able to focus later.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we had a feather under here that I erased with the graphite.
Oh yeah, how's the art going?
I'm going. I want to make sure the raven has character. I can't. I'm going to up. Because I've already burned in an area. You tend to need to up your heat if you want that area darker. Let's see here. Wait.
Teresa says turtles. It's been a long time since I had a turtle.
You can get those at the store.
Yeah.
Especially at the holidays. In the containers.
Yeah.
At the deli and stuff. Alright. Had to blend that feather in. I had it the wrong shape. So on my pattern in the magazine, I put a lot of information. You don't have to transfer all that information. I did that so in case you felt you needed it, it was there. And if you don't, not a big deal. Let's see, I'm going to go back, get that later. I'm trying not to move the board as much as possible, but...
Oh, Henry and Sweet Marie are basically the same. I've never heard of a Sweet Marie.
I have no clue.
Spence says I don't think they make Sweet Maries anymore. I don't know what that is.
Alrighty, so I think I have enough here to pull the graphite.
Sharon says Mary Jane's.
I thought those were hues and something else. I don't know if I ever...
What is a Mary Jane?
I'm guessing a candy bar, since that's what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, maybe it's
let's see
because
here.
Teresa's like Mary Jane's, yes. Like, what is a Mary Jane? Is that a U.S. bar or is that something else?
Well, Sheila is saying yes, more than likely it's UK. Not that they don't
like
have...
Sharon and Teresa.
Well, I thought Sharon was here in the States, but I could be wrong.
Teresa's not, though.
No, she is in Illinois. Alright, let's see here. I'll come back to those. I got those laid out.
Sponge toffee. What? Spence? Sponge toffee?
Yeah, never. Toffee always hurts my mouth. Same with caramel. So I've never... Let's see here. So these feathers are dark on the top, lighter on the bottom. So let's...
Mary Jane's you can get at Halloween, U.S. I'll have to look next time
He
I go to the store.
doesn't let me go trick-or-treating.
Penny candy.
He doesn't let me go trick-or-treating, so how am I supposed to get it?
I don't let you go trick-or-treating.
You don't. You won't go with me.
This has never, ever come up. Like, ever.
You want to go trick-or-treating? I just... See? He won't take me trick-or-treating.
That's the first time that she's asked ever. So I was just looking at her.
It's not the first time. Let's see.
We always have trick-or-treaters.
See?
And,
See?
And
See? He won't let me go.
No. I thought you liked sitting on the porch and receiving trick-or-treaters.
I'm always lonely.
Huh?
I'm always lonely.
Okay.
We don't get a whole lot of trick-or-treaters. So I'm always lonely. But I am one of those, if you're a college kid and you go trick-or-treating, which to me, totally fine. But you gotta give me a trick before you get a treat. You just embarrass the boys. Mom, you can't make them do that. Oh, yes, I can. You want my candy?
I would, if it...
Entertain me.
If we did that as grandparents, trick-or-treating with no grandchildren. I'll tell you what. If we get Jessica up here during Halloween time
next year,
then
I'll get to go trick-or-treating?
Then yes, we'll go trick-or-treating.
I haven't got to go trick-or-treating since the boys were kids. Because once they got older, I was the one at the house passing out. And they went by themselves with their friends.
Yeah.
So I haven't got to go trick-or-treating. So I think the last time I went trick-or-treating, I went dressed up as dead Pippi Longstockings.
Oh.
That's what I had around the house.
I went as Darth Vader. I went trick-or-treating with the kids last time I went. And they were little.
Yeah. Well, the boys were like 7 and 5.
That's about right.
When I was dead Pippi Longstockings.
Yeah.
I used iron or metal hangers to make my braids stand out.
Darth Vader was hard though, because it's hard to see out of the helmet. I think that if I had to do that again, I'd just go as Dark Helmet.
Dark Helmet.
Spencer.
Hey!
You saw
Hey! Hey!
You saw Spencer's comment, I guess.
Hey! Well, 20 years ago. There you go.
Yeah, I would think it would be a little odd, though, if grandparents went trick-or-treating with no kids. It'd be like...
I'm getting the candy
rings,
for the kids.
And then there's like these two people outside dressed up. Like, we're the kids. We're the
At
kids.
home.
And they're like, treat. I pull out my Rubik's Cube. I'm like, mess it up. I'll solve it.
Well, I had...
of the 80s.
I had kids doing... backflips and cartwheels and splits and silly dances. Because at first they look at me like, what in the world? I'm being nice there. Are you talking about? And I tell them, look, I'm having to sit out here by myself. I want some entertainment. So if you want my candy, you need to give me a trick. Do whatever trick you want, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. And then once they got going, they'd have a blast. And there was a couple of times I had kids come back around just because they wanted to do a trick first.
Well, hopefully we get more this year. We've had some houses change over in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
so.
the little kids I don't do that to. No. High school and college. The little kids, I get to tell them how cute they look and give them candy. It's the older kids that do that too. Unless the older child appears to have some issues, disabilities or whatnot. I don't do it to them.
Okay. I feel like that's a given. Like, you need to say
Well,
that.
I'm going to, because then I talk to them about their costume and how awesome they are.
Connell says she's going to maybe have Bailey shots for the adults this year.
Well, I sit out there in my cloak and my Wiki's hat, freeze my buns off, because we tend to be cold at that time. Wear my cloak of invincibility. Alrighty. Do we have any questions about the feathers? It'd help if I actually... Oh, they are on camera. I was looking at YouTube, not over here. So, there's a lot of layering and doing the undercutting of the darkest areas. But trying to blend that out so that it doesn't look like it's lines. You're definitely going to have to pay attention to the lighting. You don't want to outline, like up here we've got circular. I'm not going to sit there and outline harshly because then the feathers won't feel right. And I do need to pay attention right here to how the feathers go this way. They go over the shoulder, and that's what gives the wing allows it to really pop, because right here we still have the hair-like feathers, because that's this part, and then this makes the wing stand out. So I'll work on that. I'm gonna guess next week is gonna be mainly like finishing off and any darkening I need to do. I haven't worked on Jonathan since I started him. Plus, I want to get these 2 videos done. So, I'm going to have to cut myself some slack.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. I'll try to get as much burned as possible, though, on this. And then, hopefully the following week, we will do color and be done for Halloween.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's see here. Let's back it out so we can see the whole thing. Let's back it out.
Sorry.
See, you had to have that sugar.
Hmm?
Had to have that sugar.
I'm coughing no more or no less.
It's the sugar. There we go. I'm going to pop the raven off the screen.
Well, that must be why I cough so much, because of you. I'm around you so much.
So, let's see here. Maybe make it a little brighter. See, it looks lighter on the screen, but when I do this, you can see more of the shadowing.
Teresa has a question.
Yes. No, it doesn't matter which feather you start with. I was just looking for the darkest ones and trying to slide them through. And what I mean, slide them through.
Yeah, what does that mean?
So as I'm undercutting, instead of having my pin flat like this, I have it tilted up just a little bit. So it's going to be the opposite of what I'm showing here. It's up just a little bit versus flat, so that I can undercut, but there's still enough heat coming from the tip that it's burning a lighter burnt underneath, and so it's easier to blend out. It also makes it softer looking versus a harsh one. Let's see here, like this is a little more harsh, but up here I've got the softer ones, so it's a matter of, let's see here, flat, and then just to tilt a little bit either direction for what I need with my hand, and that will undercut and get a smoother, lighter burn. So that's what I mean with that. Too bright, bright. There we go. That's, oh, my eyes. My eyes have been bothering me lately more with the light. So, we'll do that. I can't wait to be done with this one. I really can't. I think it's going to be so cute, but I do want it done in time for the end of October. So, oh good, I'm glad that was helpful. Let's see here. So hopefully I'll have 2 standalone videos up in the next 2 weeks. I'm just going to say that. It's all going to be on varnish and tonal board. Get this done. Get Jonathan done. And then we go right into Christmas. Gosh. Oh, tomorrow we drop off at we drop off the ravens and the bison to Coconino County Center for the Arts.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. Tomorrow's drop off. November 9th is the opening.
Okay.
You'll be better by then, right?
By tomorrow or by November?
By November.
I hope by November. Tomorrow, I hope I'm doing better. I haven't gotten infected, which is good.
As far as we know.
Knock on wood.
There's plenty of wood in here.
Yeah, I really am.
Right there. Right there. Hit the wood.
I already knocked on wood.
Yeah, but this isn't wood.
It's wood-like.
No, we want wood. There we go. There we go. I swear, he thinks he can knock on anything for wood. We have a room full of wood.
It's made of wood.
Alright. Doesn't look like we have any more questions. I think I need to make lunch and put your butt to bed for a while.
You know, that's harsh.
Why?
What?
Why?
Put me to bed.
Put you to bed. Because you're sick.
I'm probably not going to go to sleep, though.
But I'll put me to bed then.
Okay.
Because I need a nap.
Really? Yeah, you do.
Okay, guys.
City
Don't forget. No. I gotta tell them something special. You're awesome. You can do this. You're a pyro artist.
Me too.
Don't forget to hit the like. And if you're watching this on replay and are new to the channel, please click subscribe. Happy burning, guys. Bye.